The arena was pure electricity, fans on their feet, cameras flashing, every eye locked on the stage. And then, it happened. And the winner is Caitlin Clark. The crowd exploded. The WNBA's brightest star had just claimed Player of the Year, outshining giants like Aja Wilson and Breanna Stewart. For Indianapolis, this was the dream setup. All-Star Weekend in her hometown, tickets sold out in minutes, streets lined with banners bearing her name. Caitlin wasn't just playing in the All-Star game. She was the main event, the headline, the heartbeat of the city. But just as her storybook moment was about to unfold, an unexpected twist slammed into the script. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull, two of her closest allies, would soon share news that flipped this celebration on its head. A moment that began with triumph was about to take the WNBA from joy to heartbreak in the blink of an eye. And the reason? Nobody saw it coming. July 17th, 2025, circled on calendars as the day Indianapolis would celebrate Caitlin Clark like never before. She wasn't just playing, she was captaining the All-Star game, leading the three-point contest, ready to deliver the kind of homecoming the city would talk about for decades. But then, the announcement dropped. Caitlin was pulling out of everything. No three-point contest, no All-Star game, no magical homecoming. The reason cut deep. A groin injury she'd been quietly managing for weeks had flared up during a game against Connecticut. Fans had noticed her slowed steps, the grimace on her face, the moment she clutched her side. Now it was confirmed. Her statement to fans was short, heartfelt, and gut-wrenching. She'd still be there cheering, but her health had to come first. It was a decision that showed maturity, but also left an entire city stunned. The lights were still bright, but their star wouldn't take the stage. And while Caitlin's absence hurt, what came next hit even harder. When Caitlin stepped aside, her spot in the three-point contest didn't stay empty for long. Lexi Hull, her Indiana Fever teammate, her sharpshooting assassin from deep, was the natural choice to step in. But what fans didn't know was that Lexi was walking into the spotlight carrying a heartbreak of her own. Just days before the announcement, she lost her dog, Maggie, her constant companion for 14 years. Maggie had been there through high school exams, college championships, and every big move. She was more than a pet, she was family. Lexi's post was devastating in its simplicity. The sweetest Mags, home won't be the same without you. Thousands sent condolences, but two messages stood out. Caitlin's love you, and Sophie Cunningham's, no, Lex, I'm so sorry. In that moment, fans started to realize this wasn't just a team, this was a sisterhood. And right now, two of its pillars were hurting in ways stats could never show. And that's when the focus shifted, from the game to the bond behind it. Sophie Cunningham's reputation in the WNBA goes beyond her fearless defense and trash talk. She's the kind of teammate you'd go to war with. Earlier this season, when Caitlin Clark took a brutal hit, Sophie didn't wait for the whistle. She didn't wait for security. She charged in, putting herself between her teammate and trouble. Fine from the league be damned. That's Sophie, the protector, the big sister, the one who never lets you stand alone. When Lexi was grieving Maggie, Sophie was there too. No social media performance, just constant check-ins and quiet support. Fans began calling the trio Tres Leches, sweet, strong, and unforgettable. Sophie leaned in, rocking a custom shirt with cartoon versions of herself, Caitlin, and Lexi. It went viral in hours, but the truth is, no merch could capture what this really was, because this wasn't branding, it wasn't PR, it was real friendship, the kind forged in loyalty, sacrifice, and having each other's backs no matter what. And in Indiana, that loyalty is changing everything. Sophie didn't come to Indiana looking for comfort. She came looking for a challenge. After 6 seasons in Phoenix, she wanted something new, something hungry. Lexi brought a different energy, quiet precision, deadly accuracy from deep, the silent assassin of the Fever. And then came Caitlin Clark, a generational talent whose arrival sent shockwaves through the league. Together, they formed a foundation that went beyond highlight reels. When injury hit Caitlin and grief hit Lexi, they didn't crumble. they tightened. Sophie's fire kept them fighting. Lexi's calm kept them steady. Caitlin's drive kept them dreaming. In an era where teams often fall apart under pressure, this trio thrived in it, feeding off each other's strengths, covering each other's weaknesses. They weren't just teammates. They were a shield, a battery, a heartbeat. And that heartbeat was about to change the entire Fever. Before Sophie arrived, the Fever had talent, but no true emotional center. They had potential, but no rhythm. The moment Sophie walked into that locker room, things shifted. She didn't need speeches or ego. She showed up every day with consistency, checking in on teammates, cracking jokes in tense moments, turning stress into laughter. That energy bled into everyone. Lexi's confidence soared. Her three-point accuracy climbed to nearly 49%, her game sharper than ever. Even when Caitlin's injury threatened to derail momentum, the Fever stayed locked in. Their trust deepened. Their roles sharpened. The team stopped relying on one star and started moving as a unit. It wasn't just visible on the court. It was in every glance, every nod, every unspoken moment between plays. This was no longer a roster. This was a family, and the league was starting to notice. What started as a playful fan nickname became a phenomenon. Tres Leches wasn't just catchy. It stood for something real: loyalty, joy, unshakable trust. Fans poured in with custom art, memes, and highlight reels. Merch sold out in hours. Sophie's viral shirt became a symbol, not because of marketing, but because people could feel the bond it represented. Around the league, free agents started taking notice. Younger players wanted to be part of that culture, a place where you were valued as a person first, player second. In an era where some teams feel like business transactions, Indiana was building something human. And the scary part for the rest of the WNBA, that kind of culture wins. And for the Fever, it's just getting started. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Tres Leches. They've shown the WNBA that leadership isn't just about points, that strength isn't just physical, and that the most powerful moments often happen when the cameras aren't rolling. They've faced injury, loss, and pressure, and come out tighter, stronger, better. In a league chasing highlight reels and viral clips, they're quietly building something bigger, a legacy. Because in Indiana, it's not just about the wins, it's about making sure no one faces the storm alone. And that's what makes them dangerous. Because talent will get you noticed. But love, trust, and loyalty, that's what wins championships. And in a league full of stars, sometimes the brightest light is the one that shines together.